finally in this new year got some picture-in-picture, and it's long overdue. But you know what? We got it. Sorry for the months delay between my non-picture-in-picture Mass Effect trilogy walkthrough on the Legendary Edition, but we're finally at Mass Effect 2, and it's a brand new year, and we're going to go through this, and we're going to get this done. We're on this journey. Commander Shepard, he beat Saren down. We had a great voyage. I'm glad you could join me. I'm ready for this. First of many streams from many games coming in the new year with picture-in-picture. You see me up there, yep. Getting used to that camera. But I'm ready. You should be ready. I'm ready to kick this up a notch. It's a new year. It's a great day. Okay, aside from the Betty White stuff, rest in peace Betty White, we all love you. But I'm ready for Mass Effect 2, and to kick it up a notch for you, I'm going to play it on Insanity mode. I've already done a couple playthroughs outside of this in the months waiting for this, but I wanted picture-in-picture for this game because it's my favorite video game of all time. And I'm ready to do this walkthrough with you guys here. We're going to be comprehensive, no rushing. We're going to enjoy this story, this masterpiece, this fine work of art that is Mass Effect 2. So come join me. Join the insanity. It's Mass Effect 2, baby. Here we go. Alright, so we got new game. Import our Mass Effect 1 character. We got level 55 because I'm pretty sure this is the right one. I only got two options. There's some clip footage here that's going to be put somewhere else at some point showing me trying to go through our characters. We got our preset options here where I went through this once already with the wrong save file from my non-stream game. So we're in here. We're going to double check this. We got level 55. Vanguard. Okay, I'm not sure if that was the classification. I hope so. Paragon sounds about right. Rex survived. Yep. Ashley Williams died. I wanted to kick it up a notch. Normally when you have a male Shepard, you almost always save Ashley Williams on Vermeer. Let's be honest, she was racist as all hell, and it pisses everyone off. But normally she's kept around just because she's female. But let's be real here, okay? Unless you romance her in the first one, there's no objective reason to keep her around. Like, unless you're okay with the racism thing, there's no real objective reason to keep her around. Her and Caden, it's flip a coin. And Liara is always the most popular option of the three in the first game to romance. The lack of romantic options in the first game kills me. Because essentially it's Liara or whatever the opposite, gender of your Shepard is. So, Femme Shepard could romance Caden or Liara. Male Shepard could romance Ashley Williams, who's dead now here, or Liara. It says here I saved the council. I rarely let them die, but I know in some of the playthroughs where it's just like you go in there and you haven't played the previous Mass Effect 1, that I don't know if it's actually canon, but I know a lot of the games I played through where you haven't played the first one, the council gets killed, so I'm not sure. Of course I recommended Anderson. Once again, Udina's he's a character and a half, and I never had much use for him. I'm glad you can see my facial reaction to this now, because you can really tell Udina was just always, he was so riled up, man. He was a grouchy sourpuss, man. But let's get into this. We've gone through all this, continuing on. I'm just going to be quiet while we enjoy this.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Darn right I did.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war.
Oh, hello, Miss
No
New
one wants to
Booty.
admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
Well, hello,
And
Miranda.
it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help. Even
Yeah,
after
all those
everything
experiments in
humanity
the
has
first game.
accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon.
Yeah, I kind of did
But
a whole
he's
hell
just
of a
one
lot.
man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
You just noticed that the elusive man's voiced over by Martin Sheen. I like this kind of summary up here because it just hits you like a Star Wars style, but not like the scrolling obnoxious. But it's there. It's definitely a space opera. It takes its cues. Normandy, whoop whoop.
Disengaging FTL drives.
Joker.
Ignition sinks active.
The
Board
comic
is
relief
green.
and
We are running
greatness
silent.
of Joker is like, he's so understated as a
We're
character
wasting
in
our
this
time.
series.
4 days searching up and down
Oh,
this sector, and we
Presley.
haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
Because I whooped them in the first
3
one.
ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could
Well, that's some
possibly...
pretty crappy
It's
stealth.
not the Geth.
Brace for evasive maneuvers!
It's not the Geth, it's like a half-planet laser beam spewing whatever that is.
Presley!
Yeah, Presley just bit it. That's...
Multiple hull
I
breaches.
really wish I
Weapons
formed more
offline.
of an emotional
Somebody get that
connection to
fire
him in the
out.
first one. He's like that guy that just bites it. He did Prime right off the first mission. I can't remember his name. Nope. Run, Caden, run! Oh, wow. Come on, Caden, run. You got this.
Shepard!
Yeah.
Distress beacon is ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time?
Huh. I feel like they damn well better, but you know what? We had a pretty good relationship with them in the first game, so I'm gonna go with they'll be here. I have a certain degree of faith in them.
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either.
Caden, don't be a wet blanket here, man. You know what? Fall in line, wet blanket.
Get to the damn shuttle. I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
I know if you don't.
Commander,
This crippled
get
ass.
the hell out of here.
Wow, I had no cool with it, no chill. I can relate to that in real life. I feel like if this was going on in a real life situation, I'd probably
Everybody
be saying
in.
something
Go,
similar.
go, go!
Yeah, Caden, book it. You got Chakwas in there. Generic character I don't think was in the first one, just blew up. Caden's of course wearing his female Mass Effect 1 armor. Don't really know why he's sporting the lady armor for this one. The ship is clearly, as I say in front of the kids, to censor myself, it's a little left in the A. I don't think this ship's doing all that well. Just drifting here. Yeah, that's not looking too well. All right, let's get this going.
Mayday! 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 This is SSV Normandy!
Time to haul Joker's crippled, you know what, out of here.
Heavy damage from an unknown enemy.
Unknown enemy. We're gonna find out who it is, and then I'm gonna curb stomp him.
Hold together.
Okay. Why the Darth Vader? Oh. Shit. Yikes. Yeah, this ship is, okay, like the floating chair, that's a nice little touch there. What is this? Joker got himself a biotic force field here. Let's deal with this clown.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
He's got Jack from Titanic syndrome here. I could go full Sav like I have been, but seriously, I actually like Joker. I don't want to make him feel any worse. I mean, he's already kind of semi-crippled.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Come on,
okay.
man. You got value. So let's keep together in this franchise.
They're coming around for another attack.
Not these. Pardon my language. It's going to be a swear-heavy stream, guys. I'll just give you the heads up. I swear like a sailor. Actually, I swear like an Alliance military personnel here.
Watch the arm.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's got that, like, braille bone syndrome. Where he's just incredibly brittle. Oh, Joker's in the escape pod. Oh. Come on, get some Jokers. Oh, that. Okay, well, that was a good looking explosion for a video game. Yeah. And this is how you don't want to die for 1,000, Alex. Okay, but here's my only qualm with this one thing. He's a body, right? He's got maybe a mass of 200 pounds, if that. Going through the atmosphere, you know, huge asteroids burn up to like the size of pebbles, right? Things the size of Texas burn down to pebbles. He's got 200 pounds of mass going through the atmosphere. Now, I don't know how dense this planet's atmosphere is, but would he not just incinerate going through the atmosphere? Like, just plot hole, I want to just take that down right here and ask that. Alright, Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic that summarizes the events of the first game. Would you like to review the story so far? Well, this seems like a good time to review everything for just people joining in for the first time to see this picture-in-picture. And we can see how I feel about my accomplishments so far. So let's go through the story here of what's happened. Shall we? Let's do it. Mass Effect Genesis, interactive backstory comic.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately,
the way this is progressing through the story, this is going to be the world's longest recap ever.
A top agent for Citadel Security.
At least we're
Despite
getting to
orders from his
Garrus now.
superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful
Garrus is a
leads.
G.
More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre.
Sorry guys, I'm just sitting here relaxing back a bit while they take forever
decided to stay behind, giving up his ship,
get through this recap here.
More than he would. He also pointed
in fairness, just for context, I've been up for the last 16. Yeah, at this point about 16 hours. I have work today. And I've just kind of come home, put this together here.
As beautiful as she is intelligent.
Beautiful as she is intelligent, that illustration of her is horrifying. Horrifying. I don't know who animated her, but terrifying. It would scare the hell out of me.
Appreciation for the Asari.
Oh, I'm glad you appreciate the Asari now.
Vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission.
So I didn't romance either of them.
And kept my focus on our goal, finding Saren.
Yep.
Thanks to Liara's help.
I didn't nail either of them. Rare qualm from Mass Effect 1.
Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Arachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Arachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy.
Yeah, the Queen's drones were a pain in the ass. I remember that quite fondly.
Saren was gone, with the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Arachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Arachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. What
I
Sarah
always
stopped
wonder if that's the right
Lieutenant Dan was
choice,
quickly running out
no
of
matter
time
how many
and
times I
places
play
to
this
hide.
game.
I tracked him
Oh,
down at his base
we're
on
at the
Vermont.
Vermeer. This is
But we
picking
soon
up
learned
now.
it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground.
Oh, this is that great
Saren was
Vermeer
breeding an
music
army of
again.
Krogan. He'd found a cure
Sad
for
thing
the
is, I'm
genophage,
sad we blew up
a
the
disease
planet because
inflicted
I
on the Krogan to
loved
prevent them from breeding
Vermeer
and taking over the
aesthetically.
galaxy.
I thought it was the best looking
But the
planet in
Krogan
Mass Effect
Saren
1.
was breeding were slaves. Mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex
Terrible
wanted the
illustration
genophage
of
cure for his
Rex.
people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat.
Yeah, because Saren's a
When
douche.
we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan.
Yeah,
He
well,
was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper.
big
It
twist.
spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it.
Bada
Before
bing.
we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign,
Da-ding.
the Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Ash was a good friend, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Caden. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the
Darn
next time
right.
we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos.
Really? I kept a
long
picture of
lost
Ashley?
planet that
She
had once belonged
was
to the Protheans. As
not
we
worth
prepared
it.
for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds,
Are we going to recap my entire
could defeat
speech?
him. I'd never told
Alright,
him.
let's sit back up here
I
because
had
this
my
is almost
doubts.
over.
Leaving Ashley behind had hardened my resolve, but revealed a soft spot in my defenses. How many more friends and allies would I be willing to sacrifice in order to
Okay.
stop Saren? We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my
Yep.
vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago.
9 minutes of
Every
this comic
50,000
before we
years
even get
before
into the
that.
game.
Each time,
I hope
purging
this
the
recap
galaxy
is
of life.
valuable to
The
you
Protheans
guys
had
in
fought
understanding what
and
happened.
died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reaper's return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily
I'm glad-
damaged.
Oh,
He had
never
caught the
mind. Until
council
they had
fleets by
Liara's
surprise, and they were
backside there, I
only now
knew this
regrouping.
was the accurate squad I
And with
brought to the
Sovereign as
Citadel
his
because it had
flagship.
Tally and Garrus.
There was little hope the fleets could
Also,
counterattack
Garrus,
with enough strength
I
to
don't
take
think
back the
ever
Citadel.
jumped like that at any
But
point in
Saren
the
was
battle.
done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our human alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician.
It took Anderson because
Ruthless
I
and
trust him,
ambitious,
just like it
he would
says in the
easily
bottom here.
navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right.
Really? I felt
Anderson
that way
didn't
about
want the
Udina.
job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them.
Damn right.
I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Yeah, we saw how that went. Alright, finally in the game from the looks of it. Not exactly sure what I'm looking at. Is that muscle tissue?
Commander Shepard has been recovered.
Oh, there's that beautiful voice.
The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
The weird thing about the placement of this camera on here is I feel so distracted to look at myself as I'm playing. It's really unsettling just a little bit. Getting used to this. This is the first day with the camera and actually first stream with this camera. So apologies if my eyes are darting all over the place here. Okay, stats are interesting. I'm not quite sure how to make out the graphs. Looks like they're scanning my DNA. Oh, alright. That's the imported face from last time. I have more here when I made this character model, but because this is how I made my Shepard to look originally, I think we're just gonna keep going with what we had. Yeah, we're gonna just keep going with what we had. Pardon to those who were expecting default Shepard mode here. We're just gonna keep going here. We went Vanguard last time. I'm just gonna take a look over this again. What was the Vanguard? Enable them to perform biotic charge that strikes opponents' force there. Trading weapons biotic charge, pull a little shockwave. Cryo and incendiary ammo. You know what? I'm playing it on Insanity. This is probably the class I'm most comfortable with. So yeah, I'm gonna play as Vanguard. I get a bonus power here. Okay. Armor piercing ammo, barrier slam, fortification, guest shield boost, energy drain, reeve, neural shock. I'm gonna go with the Inferno grenade. I need something that's gonna aid me just a little bit here to offset the biotics. Biotics are great, but this is something that also can just physical damage, I guess. So we have Steven Shepard. Steven like my real name here. Origin, I was a spacer. Reputation, I was a war hero. Class Vanguard and Inferno Grenade. Let's confirm. Once you confirm your character is complete, you will be unable to change any settings. Alright, well, here we go. And let's finally, after half an hour build, let's get into it. We're gonna do the first mission, maybe the prologue for this stream, and then I'll wrap it up, and then I'll get my other games in stream today.
Something's wrong. He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard.
Come on.
Don't try to move.
Said I wouldn't want to wake up if I saw that
Try to
face.
stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing.
Even for a video
Brain
game,
activity
she's
is
well
off the
animated.
charts. Steps pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Okay.
Another dose.
Yeah, I
Now.
want. Yeah, my heart's going. Of course, I saw that booty. It's like
Heart
Miss
rate
New
dropping.
Booty. You know that song by
That's
Bubba
falling
Sparks
back
and the
in
Yin
the
Yang
normal
Twins?
That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Oh.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard,
Yeah,
do you
my
hear me?
face
Get
looks
out of that bed now.
pale
The facility is
AF.
under attack.
I'm kind of pale AF. I think if I didn't have the gleam off the light above me here.
Facility is under attack.
Clearly, ball blood is just a little high. That'd be
There's a
something.
pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry!
Pistol and locker, other side of the room. Let's grab it.
Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a... Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's
Okay.
hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip
Someone's
for
gonna
your
get
pistol.
hurt trying to do that to me.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try hold. Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Let's reload that clip. Doesn't look like there's anything here worth noticing right now. Get a little more ammo. Yep, full clip. Let's go through this door. Okay,
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on
take
your...
cover. L2 to zoom. Don't even try it, pal. Reload. Oh. Wow, this insanity really is, okay. Oh, okay. Try one of these infernal grenades out. Wow. They upped it here with the insanity mode.
Coast is clear.
Oof. I'm so used to being able to just, like, plow right through them in the easier difficulties, so in this insanity mode playthrough is going to be intense if that's damage something like a mech is doing to me, like a low-end, base-level mech. Wow.
I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
Yeah, clearly they're slaughtering through these guys like a bunch of butter knives.
More reinforcement. Here come the
Hold the grenade launcher, it says. So, got that.
mechs.
Okay.
They've seen it.
Boom.
Take the elevator down.
Yeah, they saw me for all 2 seconds. Whooped them.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run!
Yeah, right through the planes. Shepard's and Chi. Doesn't even care about getting hurt.
Head to the next room.
Doing great. Head to the med bay. Thanks, Liara. Oh, I mean Miranda. Liara ain't here. Freudian slip, maybe? I can't trust these robots not to screw me. What's this? Access Cerberus laptop access data logs. Let's check this out.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Okay, someone likes to keep documents of everything. All safe. We've got some credits. Got anything else? Well, we got one more dialogue. Let's check this out.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Okay, this Wilson guy's starting to sound real freaking greedy. But also 4 billion on any project, whether it's now or 100 years in the future, as it says, seems like an exorbitant amount. Doesn't seem like pocket change. Public computer access dialogues. Let's check this out.
Update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become a new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
You know, this Wilson guy seems like a pain in the ass.
Hostile! Have a nice trip!
Oh, look at this boy.
You're done! Rock.
That's garbage.
Get over here. What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
As much as I'd like to ask for questions, who the hell are you?
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it!
So it's all in parallels to the first game. He's like a
Things
more
must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you
charismatic
running
Caden.
around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Whoa. Why are they attacking?
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access. We've got to get you out of here, Shepard.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed.
Yeah.
You were killed. Dead as dead can be
Whoa.
when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
2 years seems like a significant period of time to just be comatose.
I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Okay there, pal. Wonderful. We're done?
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
First off, tell me more about you.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
He said he worked for Miranda, so like, let's just try and get my head around this whole Miranda thing a bit.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
That's high praise. Clearly they know each other fairly well.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then
Now they
bam!
want me and my
Bunch of
jilted out face,
explosions.
eh?
Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
Well, considering it's only been him and Miranda mentioned so far in this Wilson guy, probably one of the three, right? Let's get over my injuries next.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Tell me about this technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
Alright, well, how about my Normandy crew?
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station.
Maybe.
If we get off the station.
Okay, well then let's get out of here and let's stop talking in hypotheticals.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency?
Wilson.
Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell?
I'm so yawning here from the lack of sleep, and I'm trying to get through this prologue that I've played through many times before.
Roger that,
I
Wilson.
want to be more lively
Stay
for you
on this
guys here, but I need to hype myself up. I need to grab something to eat after this playthrough.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. Service tunnels are this way.
Alright, well... This way, eh? Cool, let's, Wait, did he say Cerberus? Did that just slip my, my guard?
Activating.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is
Crawling,
with
eh?
mechs. I'm doing the best
Crawling, eh?
I can.
Rewiring power. Excuse me. Unit member offline.
Oh God. They found me. Help.
Wilson, where are you?
Shut up, Wilson.
Room B. Hurry. They're in
It's
control.
glitching out from the
Up
looks
those
of it.
stairs, Shepard.
Oh God. I'm hit. They shot me.
This Wilson's a whiner. Might force me to go renegade off that parking path if he keeps whining like he was there. Was this another Cerberus laptop? Let's read the diary here.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed.
That's
I
ambitious.
refuse to let that happen.
Okay, well, Miranda. Seems like you had a big stake in this.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
We need to get off this station.
I'm not going anywhere till someone fixes my leg.
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Hate taking instructions from this dude. Alright. Grady's up.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now.
Even?
I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda.
That
She's
seems
alive.
suspicious.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor, but that doesn't change the facts. We're here.
This
she's
guy's
not.
really erratic.
We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few.
Oh, someone's about to throw a hissy fit.
The shuttles. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time,
Doesn't
Jacob.
really make much
We won't
difference,
make it
Jacob.
if he's
I just want to
expecting
get
a
off the
shot in the
station
back.
right now.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up.
Okay,
Cerberus
yeah.
spent a fortune to bring you back. Look,
The
I'd be
hype
suspicious too,
train for
but
Cerberus
right
is
now we
kicking
have
in
to
now,
work
is it?
together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Well, if I won't get any more answers here, let's get moving.
It's not much farther to the shuttle bay.
Yeah. Okay, well, we got a data pad here. It's there. Let's get the hell off the station. Is it Prologue? This is always kind of a...
Threat detected.
Oh. Oh. Come on. Yeah, this insanity mode's definitely making things that are pretty simple difficult here. Also, because I got guns that are shit. This pistol is pure garbage. I hope to God I get a better weapon pretty damn soon, because this thing's gonna hold me back in my playthrough. This may be where the difficulty curve comes in. Okay, boom. The robots, so overload. This one here is too close. You know what? Let's use this grenade launcher here. Well, I missed both shots apparently, so so that's unfortunate. I don't know if it's just everything's out of range. What it is with them there.
Yeah!
Finally. Now we it's saving, so I assume we cleared through them. Let's take a look in here, see if there's anything I missed. Data pad access credit, all safe. Another personal log.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Okay. Wall safe, bypass safe. Highlight individual nodes to match. To find matching symbols. When you found 2 matching symbols, select them to complete the circuit. Complete all circuits before you run out of time to bypass. Okay. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Wonderful. That was quick. 2,400 credits. Cool. Let's go. Okay. Gotta assume it's over here. Let's get out of here. Quite the return from the dead. Oh, this guy seems keen.
Through here. We're almost at the... Miranda.
Oh, hey.
But you were...
Oh.
Dead?
Probably not.
Hell are you
She's
doing?
still hot as hell.
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
I like to be valued, but that's a little excessive, but okay.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you when he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Okay.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Alright, let's go.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
So snarky. That accent, though, makes her, like, highly viable as a romance in this game if that's an option that comes up. Ooh,
Before you
those
meet with
scars,
the
though.
elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
That's a
The
hell
sooner
of a
we start,
procedure.
the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid. Raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility.
Yeah.
You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the
Damn
blast.
right I did.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
Because she was a racist? Oh, that's not an option. God. Here's the thing. I don't... It kind of was a hard choice. I'd love to do we're done here and just be like, no more questions. But considering what my face looks like, maybe they could repair it here. It was that or die. It's a renegade option. I haven't really committed to going down the renegade path in this one, so we'll say it was a difficult choice. Obviously, you know, the difficulty was I saved the dude instead of the chick when I'm a dude.
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could.
The guy
Ash gave
playing
her
this
life
game
for the
did it
rest of
kind
the
of
team.
casually.
Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander. And I wasn't judging your
Yeah, I
decision.
wouldn't call it a racist
Everybody at
space
Cerberus knows that cloning facility
gunnery
had to be
sergeant
destroyed.
there.
There are other tests we
A
really should
hero,
run.
but
Come on, Miranda.
space
Enough
racism
with the
apparently is
quizzes.
different than Earth racism.
Memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Yeah, Miranda, we're gonna have to accept Robin back to life. Maybe be a little more, what's that? Gracious about your own work and what you accomplished. Alright, guys. This is where we're gonna leave off
The
today.
elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Thanks for joining the stream. I'll be back a little bit for another stream at a later point in time. If you like this video, hit the like button below. Subscribe for all the latest. And keep up to date through the Facebook page, Smurfit67 Gaming. Have a lovely night.